Hey there, seekers and shapeshifters, healers and expanders. Welcome to the Embodied Spirit Uncensored. I'm Nicole D'Alessandro, and I am here to guide you through an in-depth experience like no other, channeled from higher wisdom through me directly to you. This is a place for those who dare to delve deeper, who crave transformation beyond the conventional, and who are ready to embrace the mystical union of science and spirit. Here at the Embodied Spirit, we don't just scratch the surface, we dive into the very depths of existence. Prepare to be challenged, to change, and to elevate into a new version of yourself. We're inviting you into an entirely new world, a realm that extends far beyond your physical being. So if you're ready to transform your understanding and awaken to your true spirit, you're in the right place. Let's embark on this profound journey together. Hello, and welcome to Embodied Spirit Uncensored. I'm Nicole D'Alessandro, your host, and today I thought I would take you on a journey. In our last episode, we explored the many benefits from the science and the spiritual aspects of Yoga Nidra. And today, or when you have time, I thought it might be really beautiful for me to actually guide you on a Yoga Nidra practice, which means if you are going to practice this, you will need to turn off any machinery, stop driving your car, find a really comfortable place to lay down. Yoga Nidra is better when you lay down in a really comfortable place. Free yourself from any distractions, turn off the phone, make sure the kids aren't home, and give yourself about 30 minutes to just be in this presence and integrate this. If now's not the time, park this episode and come back to it at another time. Before I start to take you through this process, I'm just going to give you again a little bit of background on what Yoga Nidra is and how it works. So it's an ancient sleep-based meditation technique. It's the state of consciousness between waking and sleeping, and it relates to conscious deep sleep, and it's practiced in stages. And once the body is relaxed and you have brought your attention to your breath, the 5 stages begin. And the first stage is Sankalpa. Before I enter into this, I usually use breath awareness to begin all meditations. It's the foundational practice for me getting people into their bodies and into and out of their minds per se. You're always going to be thinking. I love it when people say to me, I just want my mind to stop thinking. You'd be dead. It's more about quietening and calming. And even if you find there's noise in your mind and you don't quite get into the hypnagogic sleep, it's okay. Just keep coming back to the discipline of practicing some breathing techniques, Yoga Nidra, other meditations. I have a few. You're always welcome to get in touch, and I'd be more than happy to share a couple. And breathing changes from being a function of the brain stem to being a function of the cerebral cortex, which is the higher brain. And then the body begins to release endorphins, which are natural painkillers. So if you focus on your breath first, the rest of the practice becomes a little bit easier. And so coming back to Sankalpa, which is a resolve, an intention or an affirmation, it's carefully chosen and stated in the present or future tense. Then we go into the rotation of consciousness, which is the sequence of a rotation that relates directly to the symbolic person embedded within the brain matter. And here in the rotation of consciousness, the sensory motor cortex, which is the higher brain, is accessed, and then we move into opposites, and the opposites are around emotions or sensations, and they're explored while practicing non-attachment. And this part of the practice connects to the limbic system, which is the reptilian part of the brain, and the opposite stages of Yoga Nidra develops willpower, emotional control, and greater equanimity. So finding this blessing for what is. Visualizations are then the final part of this practice, which is simple imagery that I call out to you, develops self-awareness and releases the mind by cleansing it of painful, disturbing material. And we relate to this as samskara, so the imprints on the brain or the disturbances that fluctuate in the mind that cause some of us to have chaos or the obstacles. So they're the rotations or the sequences to Yoga Nidra. Now what I'm going to ask you to do, I'm not going to get into any more of the benefits because you just need to go and listen to our previous episode. If you're one of those people that needs to know all the ins and outs of something before you practice it, Go and have a listen, do your own research. Otherwise, when you have time, do practice this. It's a really lovely process. Find a space. And I'm going to get myself comfortable like I always do when I'm getting other people comfortable. I generally, just giving you some insight because you can't see me, is I intuitively guide people, and I'm going to do this with this practice. And the way I best intuitively guide people is I close down my own eyes. So I will be closing down my eyes and tuning into the field of energy that in this current moment, whoever is listening to this and practicing in this, I'm tuning into your field of energy, and I'm going to intuitively guide you to a practice that you might need right now or your body might welcome. Just finding a comfortable place to lay down, whether it's on the floor, on the bed, just making sure that wherever you are, you're not going to be disturbed. And as I close down my eyes and just begin to tune in to this current moment in space and time and your current energy field, I'm feeling into this practice will be focusing around the heart. So as you lay here, just going to begin by checking into the sounds in the room, not necessarily labeling them, just starting to bring about an awareness to your surroundings as your eyes are closed and your other senses become a little bit more heightened. Now focusing on the sounds outside of the room. And then maybe the sounds inside of your body, in your mind, in your belly, in your breath. Then we're just going to make any last wriggles, preferably not moving again. Let your feet flop out. Just press your shoulders down and away if there's any supports you need to make yourself super comfortable. It's preferred that you don't fall asleep, and that's a skill that comes with discipline and practice. If you do drift off, just keep coming back when you hear my voice. It's okay. It might just mean that you are really tired and you need to sleep, but if you can and you're a practiced meditator or you've already begun your experience of Yoga Nidra, see if you can just keep coming back, staying in that hypnagogic state of sleep where you're just about to drop off to sleep, but you don't quite actually get there. Just going to bring our awareness to our breath. Just letting the effortless flow of breath inhale and exhale, not changing the breath, but just noticing that you can breathe, noticing if both nostrils are clear and you can breathe out of both, or if there's more of an availability for you to breathe through the right or left nostril, just becoming curious without a story or needing to know what that means. Begin by lengthening the inhale, slowing down the breath and slowly, gently breathing in. And then, if you can, a longer, lengthier exhale. And we'll do this for a few rounds, just allowing the breath to lengthen all the way up to the top of the crown, so tracking the breath from the base, slowing it down, not too much inflation. No need to take deep, big breaths, just tracking the breath so it takes a little bit longer for you to inhale. And then as you exhale, see if you can lengthen the breath, allowing it to go deep down into your hips and your legs. Now on your next inhale, just notice as you inhale when there's a pause between the inhale and the breath out. And then as you exhale, a deeper, longer exhale, notice how there's a pause at the end of the exhale. And then the body automatically knows when it's time to inhale. And when you feel as though you can't inhale anymore, can you pause? And then as you release, just allow everything to dissolve into where it is you're laying. A few more rounds of long, deep inhale. And a longer, deeper exhale. If your mind wanders, gently, lovingly bring it back to the focus of your breath. Now letting go of that breath practice and just finding a beautiful sense of peace and gratitude in not having to focus on how you breathe and just letting the breath happen. And say to yourself, I'm going to practice Yoga Nidra. I'm here to practice Yoga Nidra. I'm alert and awake and present in this current state of being. Now we're going to focus on a sankalpa, your resolve, a short statement or affirmation about the present or your future. Preferably allow it to just land. And I want you to say to yourself, your sankalpa out loud in your mind 3 times. Allowing this beautiful intention to just embody and integrate into your being. And now just bringing your awareness to your body lying on the earth, wherever it is in this space and time. Feel the back of your body, the back of your hips and your thighs and your knees, the heels of your feet, your shoulders, the back of your head. Allowing the entire back of your body be rested on the earth. Bring your awareness to the center of your shoulder blades, that beautiful place where your heart is suspended deep in the center of your chest. Imagine your beautiful dear heart being held by the earth. Now bring your awareness to the front of your chest. And as you breathe in, feel that beautiful heart of yours. And your chest rise and fall, protecting, oxygenating. The ribs around you. Feel the ribs. And then just breathe up around your heart for a few breaths. This beautiful heart. Not only your physical structure of the heart, but the energy heart. The heart that contains and holds an abundance of love. And how this beautiful heart has all of the components to it, the chambers. How it allows blood that is oxygenated and deoxygenated blood to flow, to supply nutrients to your entire being. Now I want you to imagine this beautiful emerald green just hovering around in your heart, around the back of your shoulder blades and the front of your chest. This beautiful misty green. And as you breathe in, this beautiful green mist starts to travel down your right arm and then down your left arm. And then it starts to travel out through your right thumb, your first finger, second finger, third finger, and fourth finger. This beautiful emerald green extension of your heart traveling around to the top of your hand, the palm of your hand, your right wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm. Your entire right arm is filled with this beautiful heart-centered energy. Then take this mist up into under your armpit and into the right side of your chest. Allow it to float down into the ribs, the right side of your waist and belly and hip, traveling down into your thigh, the back of your thigh, your knee, the back of your knee, your shin, the back of your calf, your ankle. This beautiful green, loving energy pouring out down your whole right leg to the top of the foot, the sole of the foot, your right big toe, first toe, second toe, third and fourth. So now the whole right side, from the shoulder down to the tips of your toes, is filled with loving, heartfelt green energy. Now it starts to overflow up into the right side of your neck, the right ear, your right cheek, temple, eye, the right side of your forehead, the whole right side of the top of your brain and the casing of your brain, your skull. Now you feel this vibrating force of loving energy through your whole right side. And now it starts to pour over to the left side brain, the skull, traveling down through the ear, the face, the left eye, left temple, cheek, jaw, all the way down through the left side of your neck. And this beautiful, loving heart energy starts to travel down through the shoulder, all the way down the left arm. It starts to feed into the left thumb, the first finger, second finger, third and fourth finger, the top of your hand, the palm of your hand, your wrist, your forearm, your elbow, your upper arm, the whole left side of your arm, face, filled with beautiful, loving heart energy, starting to trickle down through the left side rib, the chest, your left parts of your belly, the back of your hips, down through your legs, the top of your thigh, the back of your thigh, your knee, the back of your knee, your shin, the back of your calf, your ankle, the top of your foot, the sole of your foot, your left big toe, second toe, third and fourth toes. So now your entire body is filled with the most beautiful, light, green, heartfelt energy. Maybe you can feel this energy on the outer layers of your skin. and then viscerally deep into the core of your being, your bones, your veins, your organs, your glands, your entire being filled with the most beautiful emerald green, heart-centered love. And now, as you feel this beautiful sensation of love enveloping your entire being, imagine this beautiful energy of the heart to allow you to feel so light, light as a feather. And with every breath, you feel lighter and lighter, like you're almost lifting up and floating. Your entire being feels safe, supported, light and floaty. And now this beautiful heart-centered expression of love that fills your entire being is allowing you to feel deeply grounded in the earth. The body, your entire being becomes heavy, so heavy it feels good. And this heaviness allows you to feel like you don't have to hold on to any parts. You're completely held. This heavy, grounded sensation in the whole entire being. And now I want you to bring your awareness up to your forehead, between your brow, and imagine this beautiful heart energy like a torch pouring out between your brow, illuminating a beautiful screen, a blank screen. And as you gaze out into this blank screen, as I call out different names, see if you can visualize these beautiful names. A peacock, a desert, the warmth of the sun, a clear blue sky, lovers sitting on a park bench, the most beautiful dog, a bouquet of flowers, a Buddha meditating, a creek, a frog, your home, children playing in a park, an oval, a white sandy beach, you on the telephone, receiving news from your doctor, laughter, and just taking a moment to feel into that beautiful screen of all the imagery that represents your being, your life. And allow this spontaneous flow of green, heart-loving energy just to flow out, illuminating this beautiful present moment awareness. Now I want you to imagine as though this beautiful heart-loving energy that's permeating through every cell in your being envelops you like a warm embrace. The most beautiful embrace that you can feel on the outer layers of your skin, creating a sense of safety and peace, a sense of vulnerability. And as it embraces you, your heart, the center of your chest, the back of your shoulder blades, starts to open and receive more love, more energy. And as your mind quietens and your heart opens and your belly softens, there's this beautiful sense of deep connection from the brain, the mind, to the heart, and to the guts of who you are, to the deep space of light, centeredness, groundedness, pure potential, infinite, ever-present, all-knowing, all-wise love pouring in, so much so that it's enough for you to be able to share and permeate out into your room, out into your suburb, into the world, into your community. And now you are filled with this beautiful, vibrant, heartfelt energy, open heart, connected with the mind, deeply opened and connected with the belly, the gut of who you are. And then spanning out across your entire world, allowing everything to soften here. Your eyelids, your cheeks, your entire face. Gravity just allowing everything to release and all the tension dissolving into that beautiful, loving green mist. Now bring your awareness back to your sankalpa, that beautiful statement or resolve, that affirmation that reminds you of who you are and what your intentions are. And allow this beautiful sankalpa to be molded and mixed with the heart energy of green. And visualize and imagine yourself planting this beautiful sankalpa not only into the fertile seeds of your mind, but allowing it to just integrate with every cell through your heart, through your gut, and pouring it down into the earth. And then surrendering that beautiful seed of information, knowing it's out there, knowing it's in you, knowing that your energy and the vibration of your loving, tender heart is going to remind you every day of this beautiful potential, all-knowing, all-wise, loving being you are. And now just start to lengthen your breath. And maybe you start to rub your thumbs against your fingers just to make some contact with the parts of your body. Maybe you wriggle your feet. Maybe you stretch out and take your arms up and overhead. And then lengthen through the legs, Maybe you curl up into a little ball and hug your knees into your chest and give yourself the most delicious cuddle. Take a few longer, deeper breaths and just notice your body lying on the floor. How it feels through your body on the back of the earth. How your body feels on the front of yourself. Just close on your skin. And bringing yourself back into the room, noticing the sounds, the feeling of the breath. And when you're ready, maybe begin to open up your eyes and take a big last stretch. And maybe go and get a really cold glass of water if you feel like you're ungrounded or you're still a little bit floaty. Have something to eat and just be mindful of where you're at in this space and time. Thank you for allowing me to take you on this beautiful journey into your own heart and allowing your heart energy to integrate through every cell in your being and then out into your community. I will see you on our next episode of Embodied Spirit Uncensored.